Good morning, one and all. Welcome to today's lecture on the continuation of data science process. So, in the last session, we have discussed about how to solve a problem using data science process. In that, the first one is about prior knowledge. Prior knowledge refers to information that is already known about the subject. A prior knowledge step in the data science process helps to define what problem is being to solve, how it fits in the business context, and what data is needed in order to solve the problem. Next, coming to objective of the problem, the data science process start with a need for analysis, a question, or a business objective. Without a well-defined statement of the problem, it is impossible to come up with the right data set and pick the right data science algorithm. So, the main objective of the problem is whether the problem is well defined or not. The next one is subject area of the problem. So, the problem what you have chosen comes under what area is also an important step, because in the process of data science we discover the hidden patterns in the data set by exposing the relationship between attributes. So it is essential to know about the subject matter, the context, and the business process generating the data. Next, coming to data, that is how to create a data set. This is one of the important step in data science process. I already stated in the last or previous session about this data set preparation. A data set is a collection of data with a well-defined structure. It has a well-defined structure, means the data set must have rows and columns. Example, this is a data set. This table shows a data set and it is having 10 rows and 3 columns along with column header. This structure also sometimes referred to as a data frame. A data point or a record or a data object or an example is a single instance in the data set. Each row in the table is a data point. Each instance contains the same structure as the data set. An attribute, that is a feature or input variable or dimension, or we can call it as a variable or predictor, sometimes output variable. All these things we call as an attribute, which is a single property of the data set. Each column in the data set represents an attribute. Generally, the attributes can be divided into two categories. One is numeric attribute, another one is categorical attribute. This is what we call as a data type for attribute. Apart from this, sometimes we have date, time, or text, or boolean are also data types for attribute. In this example, both credit score and interest rate are numeric attribute. A numeric attribute is an attribute which takes only numerical values. Next, coming to label. That's a class label or output variable, prediction, target output or target variable, response variable, etc. is a special attribute to be predicted based on all the input variables. In the table, the interest rate is the output variable. Identifiers are special attributes that are used for locating or providing context to individual records. For example, common attribute names like name, account number, employee ID numbers are called identifiers. In this example, borrower ID is an identifier, credit score is an attribute, interest rate is also an attribute. Both the attributes are numerical attribute. Next, coming to the new data, because in data science process I said a model is going to predict the value of a new record which you are going to supply. Here I am taking a new data with values borrower ID is 11, credit score is 625, then what is the interest rate? That will be predicted by the model. If the predictor variable or output variable is categorical, then the type of problem is called classification problem. If the output variable is numerical, then the type of problem is called prediction. So to solve classification problems, we use classification models. To solve prediction problems, we use prediction models. Next, coming to the preparation of data, we already said data set preparation is important. Not only important, it must be suitable for the task what you have chosen in your data science task, and it is a most time consuming process. Then most of the data science algorithms would require data to be structured in the tabular format with the records, the rows and attributes in the columns. So it is better we can prepare our data in the form of a structured data such as tabular format. Next, data exploration, data quality, handling missing values, data type conversion, transformation, outliers, feature selection. Thank you.